Millions of years ago, Earth looked very different. All the continents were fused into one, teeming with life, both beautiful and terrifying. When you think of prehistoric times, you might picture a T-Rex rampaging through the jungle with its razor-sharp teeth. But even before the dinosaurs, there were other giant creatures ruling the Earth. Yeah, welcome to the Permian period. This epoch started 300 million years ago. Back then, our planet had one supercontinent, Pangaea, surrounded by a world ocean called Pangaea. The Permian period began at the end of an ice age when temperatures were much cooler than today. Then, during the early Permian days, Earth warmed into a lush environment with a diversity of plants and a rapid evolution of insect and animal life. Only, as you probably know, everything is ever-changing on our blue marble. Over the next 50 million years, Earth kept growing hotter and drier. Eventually, the most deadly event in the history of our planet wiped out nearly everything that ever lived here. Scientists call this event the Great Dying. It was the most catastrophic mass extinction event the Earth has ever seen, and the Earth has seen 5 of them. But before we get to all this doom and gloom, let me take you on an epic journey back in time. Here in the Permian period, some of the most incredible species that roamed our young planet are about to emerge. If you could time travel nearly 300 million years into the past, you'd land right in the middle of the supercontinent Pangaea. Earth's smaller continents had just finished colliding with each other to form this enormous landmass, covering about 1/3 of the planet's surface. There was likely less oxygen in the air than there is today, but you might still be able to breathe. Bring a jacket though, because temperatures could average as low as 4 degrees C. But things would soon start heating up. By the end of the early Permian, the Ice Age was fading away and Pangaea was becoming a lush world. Plants and animals began to thrive. This was also a volcanic world. Violent eruptions constantly reshaped the planet, altering climates and paving the way for evolution. When giant swamp forests began drying out, plants had to adapt. Around 290 million years ago, the first seed-bearing plants appeared. These were called gymnosperms, and they spread across the supercontinent rapidly. Hidden within these ancient forests were insects that would look surprisingly familiar. Cicadas, beetles, and yes, cockroaches. But these weren't the tiny pests we know today. Some prehistoric cockroaches were the size of birds. Thankfully, cockroaches never ruled the land, because something far more fascinating did. An ancient predator known as Dimetrodon. This terrifying creature could grow up to 5 meters long and weigh over 225 kilograms. Its most recognizable feature was the enormous sail running along its back. Scientists believe this sail helped regulate body temperature by absorbing heat during the day and releasing it at night. Dimetrodon moved somewhat like a crocodile and dominated the food chain of its time, with razor-sharp teeth designed to slice through prey. Meanwhile, the climate continued changing. Average temperatures climbed to around 25 degrees, and volcanoes pumped greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Sea levels shifted, ecosystems transformed, and life in the oceans evolved alongside ancient sharks and primitive fish. Then came the late Permian. During this time, animals like Lystrosaurus roamed the land. This small herbivore looked like a strange mix between a lizard and a pig and used powerful front legs to burrow underground. Another creature known as Cynodont appeared, a mammal-like reptile that resembled a giant rodent with whiskers and sharp teeth. But while life evolved, something catastrophic was brewing. Volcanic activity began altering the planet's atmosphere. Oxygen levels dropped dramatically, possibly to just 10% compared to the 21% we breathe today. At the same time, temperatures climbed higher and higher. Eventually, around 252 million years ago, the worst extinction event in Earth's history occurred. Nearly 90% of all species on the planet disappeared. Scientists call this catastrophe the Great Dying. Massive volcanic eruptions likely filled the atmosphere with ash, blocking sunlight and causing temperatures to crash. Plants died, food chains collapsed, animals followed. Then things became even worse. The carbon dioxide released from the eruptions triggered intense global warming, heating the oceans and stripping them of oxygen. Marine life suffocated. By the end of the event, over 95% of marine species and more than 70% of land animals were gone. Life on Earth had nearly been erased. But evolution never truly stops. From the ashes of the Permian extinction, new creatures would rise, creatures that would soon dominate the planet. But that is a mystery for another Mystery Atlas.